Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Today we're going to find out what sort of fuel economy you can expect riding around one of the best entry-level lightweight motorcycles on the market here in 2024, the Kawasaki Ninja 500. In this test, we're going to head out and do 41.5 miles of mixed riding conditions. We're going to do some city riding, some hilly aggressive riding, some 55-mile-an-hour roads, and some open freeway, well, hopefully open at this time of day. And we're going to see what sort of realistic fuel economy numbers you can expect for this updated motorcycle. Now, it's only a 451cc engine on the Ninja 500, but Kawasaki found that to be enough to justify bumping up from the 400 to the 500. But if you have a Ninja 400, you're probably going to see pretty similar numbers to this as well. And I find this test particularly interesting for this bike because this is a bike that a lot of people are going to consider riding around as sort of a daily rider bike. Yes, it looks very sporty, especially in this KRT, Kawasaki Racing Team livery. And this is also the SE edition, which gets you a little bit of larger windshield, gets you, what do they call those, frame sliders right from the factory installed there. You get a TFT display, and different from the Z500 that we recently tested, you get proximity key. So you can just press this and turn that on, the gauge cluster comes to life, and then you can start it right up. So that's pretty cool. Speaking of that Z500, we did also just test that bike, so you can find that one. I'll probably link it below so you can see what it got for fuel economy. I do expect the Ninja 500 to do a few miles per gallon better, given the fact that it's got a little bit of extra fairing, a little more aerodynamic support, but then again, it probably weighs a little bit more as well, so that might offset. Either way, I'm expecting high 50s for this one. That's what I think we're going to get. What else? Oh, I should also point out that we've got full review of this bike already up. I'm trying to switch the order of that one a little bit, and we have a comparison coming between this and the Z500, so you can find that linked below as well. So without any further ado, let's hop on the bike and head to the gas station. Now, I'm a little bit toasty today because I'm trying out my new Helite. Oh, I forgot what their official branding term is for this, but it's a leather jacket made by Helite, so it's actually got an airbag inside of it. So maybe you can kind of see in my mirror right there, it looks quite a bit cooler than my typical Helite airbag vest or even the backpack. Very stylish, nice brown leather. It even smells good, but then it still clicks right in there. It's like wearing a seatbelt on your motorcycle. So you can check that if you're interested in the Helite products. Check the link below and get you 10% off with the code DailyMotor. I'm gonna have a full review of this Helite jacket at some point once the weather's a little bit cooler. It'll be a good fall jacket. So I wanted to try it out today either way. So why do we do this test? Well, unlike in the automotive world, there is no official testing body for motorcycle fuel economy. So if we want any sort of data on what sort of fuel economy you can expect here in the real world, we gotta go test it ourselves. So in order to do that, I've devised a standardized route that includes all sorts of different riding, and I'm going to do the ride at average speed, if you will. So I'm going to stay within 5 miles per hour of the posted speed limits, and I'm not going to take off too aggressive or crazy, just moderate, comfortable, maybe the way you would as though you were heading to work in the morning. All right, let's fill it up. With the proxy key on the Ninja 500, you just turn it off, but you do still have to use the key to get fuel. It's not like one of the BMW proxy keys or something where you can pop that open when the bike's off. You take it out, it's got this stinky little physical key, and there you go. Another cool thing with the Ninja 500 and the Z500 is that they are fully tuned and ready to take 87 octane fuel. So if you are planning on riding your bike regularly, it's another way you can save money with these ones as opposed to getting something with a bigger, higher compression ratio motor. Alright, we are topped off. Now that's not something I'd recommend doing regularly for your bike. It says right here not to do that, but just got a little bit of breathing room underneath the filler neck there. It's the only way we can reputably get a few fills here on the bike. Now, a few other things to mention. Outside temperature today is about 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That'll cool as we get to the coast. Our tire pressures have been set to their placard 26 psi front, 32 psi rear. And I think we're about ready to head out. So going to reset our trip information here, and we are ready to head out. Now So I'm going to continue on here with the test and catch up with you at the end. In the meantime, enjoy this time lapse of the entire trip. All wrapped up and back home with the Ninja 500, and I gotta say, despite it being a little bit more sporty styled than its naked Z500 brethren, still a very comfortable and very pleasant bike to spend a few hours on. If you were gonna commute on something like the Z5, or the, how many times am I gonna say that during the review? The Ninja 500, you would be plenty comfortable. I mean, the seat does push you forward a little bit up against the tank. You can see the SE edition comes with these kind of tank guards there, some styling. The seat's a bit firm, but I really was quite comfortable. The extra air protection is nice, especially when we're on the highway section. And overall, just a pleasant place to be in. As you can see, very easy to see the gauges. Very nicely done there. So a little bit better than I expected according to the gauge readout. 60.1 MPG is what we had when we got back to the gas station, but we've got our receipt here. We ended up putting in 0.711 gallons of 87 octane here into the Ninja 500. We did 41.5 miles divided by that 0.711 is giving us 58.36 miles per gallon, just barely rounding down to 58. So pretty much right what I expected. After doing a number of these, I'm starting to get an idea of what's possible. And I will say that in my riding styles and kind of just around day-to-day riding with the Ninja, I've been getting low 50s. So that's about what I expected from this test. We've got a pretty respectable 3.7 gallon fuel tank here in the Ninja 500. So 3.7 gallons times that 58 miles per gallon is giving you a very reasonable 210 miles of estimated range here in mixed riding on the Ninja 500. So there it is. Add a little bit of extra fairing and a very efficient and fun motor, and bike gets just that much more efficient. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Ninja 500, check the link below for our full review or the No Talking Winding Road test drive. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, ride on.